Gentlemen, this is Insight on Business. My name is Michael Libbie, and this is all powered through our advertising agency, Insight Advertising, Marketing, and Communications. Snappy title we came up with, huh? Insight on Business. See how we did that? Look, if you want to comment or get into the conversation, just like Gregory just did, we're following Twitter. We monitor Insight ADV, that's Insight ADV throughout the broadcast, not only throughout the broadcast, but even when we're not sitting in this studio. On the show a little bit later on today, we're going to have some representatives from the Social Media Club of Des Moines, that's Suzanne Hull and Kelly Sparks, going to be talking about why business should be paying attention to social media. In the last segment, we talked about the confusion that executives have with social media. They don't see the value. They don't understand the tools necessarily. They don't understand the ROI of social media. And so for those of us who are educators in this plane, we've got a lot of work cut out for us. Well, last week here in Des Moines, there was yet another social media educational session. It was well attended. About 60 individuals came and spent, I believe it was $85 or $90 a pop to come and listen to what was billed as a social media strategy event. In other words, how to build a strategy for social media. And we were not able to attend. We had some other business concerns going on, so we were able to follow the Twitter hashtag, and we just followed and saw what was going on, and we're reading the comments of so many people who were involved in this event. Actually, there was about 12 or 13 people who were not necessarily directly tied to the promotion of the program that were using the hashtag to tweet out things that they were excited about or things that they had learned. Now remember, this was billed as a social media strategy event. And while we were watching the Twitter feeds on the hashtag that was being used, we caught something that was probably not intentional. It really did seem to us from afar that much of the things that were being talked about seemed like social media 101. This is Twitter, this is Facebook, this is how it works, this is what you should do, this is what consumers are seeing. All of those types of things are things that most of us who have been in the social media space for a long time already get. All right? And then we saw some retweeted pieces that were surprising to us. Comments from what we would consider social media new people, and this is not a dig, but people that were surprised at the fact that 90% of Facebook posts aren't followed by consumers if they're put out there by a business. Well, that's not new because mostly businesses are failing to engage their consumers, their customers. Well, anyway, so we followed this along for a while, and then I took the opportunity after the event to call a couple of these seasoned social media folks who have been in the space for a long time. The seasoned social media people that I talked to about this particular event, these are quotes, they were not necessarily impressed. Nothing really new. It was social media 101. Quote, I really wanted more meat, not an introduction to what social media is. Quote, it was billed as a strategy session. I'm not sure that was the case. So here's the bottom line. And I think social media education is necessary. We just talked about how executives see or don't understand how to utilize social media in their marketing and in their advertising. That being said, I think it's perhaps time that those of us that put on seminars, and I've had the pleasure to do hundreds of these seminars over the years, is to break them up into tracks. I mean, it's pretty simple. Track one might be for those newbies who are coming on to social media and not really aware how to use to its best advantage, Twitter or Facebook or LinkedIn or whatever, or blogging. And that could be like a social media 101. And then I think there needs to be a track two. The track two takes into consideration how to create a social media marketing and strategy plan that's going to work, how exactly to do that. Understanding that not only you've got to know where your consumers are hanging out at, but you also have to be able to put this to paper. What kind of budgetary controls and what kind of budgetary concerns should you have with a social media marketing plan? I think a second track to most of these social media seminars and educational things would be a big boost for businesses that already sort of get it, but want to move on to the next level. My producer, Ryan, is looking at me. Are you all right, Ryan? Okay. I don't know. Hey, we've got just a couple of minutes past the top of the hour. When we come back, we're going to do some other stuff, kids. We're going to talk about, and you don't want to miss this. This is the 8 marketing truths that you should know about. 8 marketing truths that will help you succeed in your business no matter its size. That's next when we continue Insight on Business, brought to us by FWRSA, powered by Webcast One Live. My name's Michael Libbie. Don't go anywhere. Come right back.